So I'm going to give you another problem to do now so we can think about different solutions. So this time I'd like you, again, without using the traditional algorithm and without using pen and paper, see if you can solve the problem 12 times 15. And again, I'd like you to show your method. So there are many different ways of solving that problem, and I'm going to show you some here. Maybe you used one of them, maybe you used a whole different one. But as you can see from these different problems, different solutions, when we show these to students, and it's very important for the teacher to do the representing in a number talk to make the mathematics that's up very, very clear for students. But what she can do is use number talks to help with algebraic thinking, and you can see how these properties, such as the associative and distributive properties, are illustrated, and we can help students with those. So here are 5 of the different methods, and the first one that you can see, 15 times 10, broken up into 15 times 10, 15 times 2, makes use of the distributive property, and there's a drawing, I've made a drawing for that one. And then we have 2 methods that make use of a doubling and halving strategy. Slightly different methods with very similar visuals. So it can be important to separate different methods, even if they look the same, because we want to capture different ways of thinking. And then a couple more that again use the distributive property. I didn't draw this one where we break up the 15 into 10 and 5. And this one again where we break up the 15 into 12 and 3, sorry, again uses the distributive property. And this is where number talks can be really helpful in the beginning stages of algebra, in having kids break up the numbers, see a visual, and understand both how that's represented correctly in mathematical notation, and to think about the distributive property. So I'm going to show you a couple more now that use the associative property. So these 2 methods use the associative property, and again it's really useful to see the numbers written out with the correct representations. Also really nice to see these visually, and I was going to draw those for you. I found it interesting thinking about those, and then I thought I would leave them undrawn so that you can think about how those would be drawn. It's a kind of interesting problem to work on, I promise. So see if you can think about how those might be drawn visually. It can also be nice with these kind of mathematical thinking to represent the solutions with multi-link cubes. But those another 2 solutions, there are many more, but these nicely illustrate the associative property. So number talks can be done by teachers in the whole class, as we're going to see, or parents can also do mini number talks with their children just by asking them the number problems and then challenging them to find a different solution, to work with the problem with a different method.